What was Mitch Kupchak's vision at the beginning of the year? And to be honest, I think we can all see that his vision was flawed. Welcome back, Charlotte Hornets fans. Let's get into it. It's been a rough couple of weeks for the Charlotte Hornets. They've lost several games in a row, and now they're sitting in 9th place, and it's time to decide, what the rest of this season is going to look like. Gordon Hayward is out again, injured in the last game, sprained ankles, where he strained some ligaments in his ankle, and he is out indefinitely. To be truthful, I don't expect him back for the rest of the year. Gordon Hayward is an injury-prone player. He gets hurt often, and this is what Charlotte Hornets could have expected when they signed him to a max contract. It's now up to Mitch Kupchak to decide what the future is going to be. Do they blow it up and retool around LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges and James Bouknight? Or do they try to go all in and try to make this work, go out and make some trades? I do think no matter what they do, Mitch Kupchak needs to get a center. He needs to get a defensive center, someone that can rim run, someone that can pick and roll with LaMelo Ball, someone that can be your center going forward. These years of Mason Plumlee and Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo has just not gotten it done. Just hasn't gotten it done. This year, they came in with, the Charlotte Hornets came in this year with a lot of hype. A lot of hype of making it to the playoffs, not just a play-in game, making it into the playoffs, a top 6 seed. I think everyone believes that they have the talent to do that. They just haven't performed. So it goes back to what was Mitch Kupchak's vision at the beginning of the year? And to be honest, I think we can all see that his vision was flawed. So he's relying on Mason Plumlee to be a significant upgrade over what they've had from Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo for the last 3 years. And arguably, Mason Plumlee has been the same at times, most oftenly worse. He's been a worse player. So there was things that Mitch Kupchak could have did in the offseason. Rashawn Holmes comes to mind. He resigned with the Kings. Now maybe they go out and they make a trade for him. But the only thing of substance that Mitch Kupchak did over the offseason was billing Kelly Oubre. And I think that, when you have a Gordon Hayward, someone that's injury prone, you probably need to do more there, considering that you have Mason Plumlee, Nick Anderson, Vernon Carey, Kai Jones, and James Borrego is only playing Mason Plumlee. So what good is it to have 4 centers on the roster and your coach is really only going to play one? James Borrego plays Mason Plumlee and then subs in PJ Washington to play the 5. And that's just not working. It just hasn't worked all year long. The Charlotte Hornets is a jump shooting team. When you go cold, they have nothing else to rely on. They don't have a center that can go in the post and get a bucket. Beyond Miles Bridges, they don't really have anyone that can cut to the basket and draw a foul, to go to the foul line, to shoot a couple free throws. You got Terry Rozier, he's a 3-point shooter. Kelly Oubre, he's a 3-point shooter. Cody Martin, he's a glue guy, I guess. Miles Bridges is a slasher. LaMelo Ball is your point guard. Gordon Hayward is another all-around glue guy. But just the roster vision, I think, was flawed. So it comes to, what's Mitch Kupchak going to do? I think it's, that time to trade Gordon Hayward has obviously passed now that he's hurt. Again, I think he's going to be out the rest of the year. I mean, this is, it's unfortunate to say, but this has been the pattern with Gordon Hayward. He gets hurt. He gets hurt in the most awkward ways, and he's out for the rest of the year. And that's just the way it goes. I think, you've seen enough this year where you could possibly have traded him to get something, maybe a straight up trade for Miles Turner. But again, that is now gone. So, what's the future going forward? The next thing that we have to talk about is, in conjunction with the future going forward, is James Borrego's lineups. I think that if you have a James Bouknight, you have a Kai Jones, these players, you want them to be a significant part of your future. You've got to play them. You've got to play these guys. What's the point of playing these veterans that you have, Caleb Martin and Kelly Oubre? What's the point of playing them when you're 9th, 10th seed? That's not getting you to where you want to be. You want to be a top 6 seed. You want to be a perennial powerhouse. The clock is ticking. You've got to surround LaMelo Ball with elite talent. So, when it comes to Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Kelly Oubre, all of these players, they can go. PJ Washington, you can trade him to get a piece that you need. If it takes PJ Washington to get you the center of the future, the center that can play defense, that can rim run, that can play with LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges, then you need to go ahead and do that. I've come to the point that this year is just going to be a wash. This year is going to be a wash. It's going to be another play-in game, and as everyone knows, the Hornets don't play defense, so it's going to be another play-in game. It's going to be another tight game. Last year when it came to the Pacers, it wasn't a tight game. They got blown out. So maybe this time around it'll be a tight game. Hopefully they shoot well, because if they don't shoot well, they got no shot, because they don't play no defense whatsoever. And the matchups out there are just not great. They're just not great. So the clock is ticking. You got to surround LaMelo Ball with some talent, whether that means going out and getting Rashawn Holmes or Christian Wood with the Houston Rockets. I think that the Miles Turner trade is out the window, considering what they did today. They went out and got Tyrese Halliburton, outstanding young player for the Montes Sabonis. So they're remaking their team right now, and Mitch Kupchak, he's gonna have to get on it. This is a disappointing year, to say the least. I think every Charlotte Hornets fans expected a top 6 seed, and it can happen. It just doesn't look like it's gonna happen unless they make a move. Unless they make a move for a significant player, and that doesn't seem to be Mitch Kupchak's MO at the moment. It looks like they want to, stay the course and grow. Charlotte is one of the youngest teams in the NBA right now. I think the roster averages 25 years old. But if that's the case, you want to grow, you want to stay the course, then you got to play these kids. You got to play James Bouknight. You have to play Kai Jones. You got to put him out there to see what you got, because with Mason Plumlee, you've got nothing. You've got nothing right now. So you got to tell James, you got to tell Coach Borrego, hey, put these guys in, play them. We need to see what we got, because if we don't play them now, they're not going to be ready for prime time next year. If you play them now, then James Bouknight, Kai Jones will be better off for next year. But not playing them right now, then that's just starting their clock next year. And then it won't be until 2 years from now where we might know exactly what we have. So drop me a line in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Thanks, you too. Take care.